What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Gozmaster here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, rotation-proof control. I'm going to be going over a build that I'm updating for the new meta after the set rotation happens with Dominaria United released to Puzzle Quest, whenever that happens, hopefully in the next few weeks, next 2-3 weeks. But in addition to that, I'm also, since Dakkon is hitting the streets today for gold, baby, pick up that Dakkon. I want you to be prepared. Dakkons as far as the eye can see for the meme that we're going to be running into here. You're going to see so many Dakkons, it's not even going to be funny. So I hope that you like black, white, blue, Esper control decks, because you're going to see a lot of them. At the core of that, once people are going to be going crazy trying to put together the strongest decks, I actually am going to be focusing on putting together a deck that will survive rotation. So what is rotation? So if you're a newer player and don't fully understand what rotation is, Octagons, or I should say Magic Puzzle Quests card sets focus on a rotation sequence very similar to Magic the Gathering paper Magic. And so in that regard, these are the sets that are available right now. These two will always be standard. So you have Origins, which will always be in standard, and PMA are always in standard. Now you've got Zendikar Rising, you've got Kaldheim, you've got Strixhaven, you've got AFR. Then you have Midnight Hunt, Vow, Neo, SNC, and then Jumpstart. So these are all the standard packs that are available right now. After Dominaria United comes out, Zendikar Rising, Kaldheim, Strixhaven, and AFR all rotate out of standard. So Wizard class and Paladin class. Oh my goodness, Paladin class is going out. I'm glad to see that leave so that when we do the Colors of Magic event, we won't have to run into that. So a lot of cards are going to be hitting the streets of Legacy. Now the challenge with that is those cards are then going to be rotating into Legacy, and as a result, the new standard sets are only going to be Origins, PMA. It'll start at Midnight Hunt, Vow, yada yada yada, all the way up to DMU. Okay, so what a rotation-proof deck is only going to include cards that are going to be standard after the rotation, so that you ain't got to worry about losing your cards or trying to get these cards in advance and not having them. Now, I will tell you, Savior of Ollenbach is the face of control. He has been since he came out in Midnight Hunt, or no, Vow, and he's just one of my favorites. I love Savior of Ollenbach. I loved when he was spoiled. I love that I've been playing with him since. He's just a beast of a card. So if you don't know what he is, 10 mana, he is Train, 1/2, Human Soldier, white. When this creature trains, exile target opposing creature into your exile. If you can, exile the first creature without buried from your graveyard. When this creature dies or is exiled from the battlefield, pick up to 4 of the first 4 non-spell cards from your exile. Move those cards into play under your owner's control. So he is my favorite way to cheat out stuff. Throw it from your hand into exile. He winds up getting bounced or removed from the board. You end up bringing those creatures back, or those items, or whatever, the top 4 of them, into your board. Free stuff. You know how I dig the free stuff. So we're going to do this new build. Actually, the real engine to this is going to be Soul Herder. Soul Herder is from the same set, 14 mana, white. Is that blue? Black? I can't tell. I think it's black. 1/1 Spirit. When a creature card enters exile from anywhere, and exile. So your exile, their exile, everybody's exile. This creature gets +1/+1. At the beginning of your turn, you may then exile target creature you control. At the end of your turn, if a creature you control was exiled this turn, even from your hand, not necessarily from the board, pick up to 1 of the first 4 non-spell cards, so supports and creatures, from your exile, return it to the battlefield under your control. He works really, really well. He was slower than Guardian of Faith, which is why I opted for Guardian versus him, but now the Guardian's rotating out, Soul Herder becomes the next selection on that. Now, Meaning of the 5 is a way to really cheat out Jeleva, Nephalia's Scourge. She really synergizes for 13 mana, legendary, flying, stored mana, 1/3. They're all weenie creatures. Blue, black, red. I guess the Soul Herder's blue. When this creature enters the battlefield, move the top X cards from each player's library into your exile. Yours. You. X is the amount of the mana used to cast this card. Those cards gain the Darkness emblem. Ooh, Darkness. When this creature attacks, pick one of the first 4 spell cards from the with the Darkness emblem from your exile. Fetch that card. It gains full mana. You know I like free stuff. So Savior, Soul Herder, Teferi. That's not a 3-color. Faithbound Judge. You have 4 creatures in your gut. Yes. He just helps this walker ramp into his ultimates. You'll see. Tamiyo's another 3-color card. Cut your losses because we like all the mana. Broker's Charm is another 3-color card, so that's what we fetch with the 3rd one. And then Galvanic Iteration. Yo, get Galvanic Iteration. Start getting it ready. Galvanic with Meeting of the Five is broken. It's bonkers good, and you get to cast it from your graveyard if you're doing some shenanigans from there. The first spell card in your hand that can gain mana gains half of its mana. Then copy that card, and that copy gains full mana. So for 15 mana, I'm getting this bad boy powered up halfway at least, so he gets at least 10 mana, plus I'm getting a free copy of it, and oftentimes I'm casting other stuff that's launching into everything else we're trying to do. And who are we using to get this done? You know we going with my boy Dakkon. Let's go beat some mono red, shall we? All right, so what do we got? We got our Faithbound. We want to get rid of that. Actually, we want Jaliva out. Jaliva? Halajiva? What are we calling her, people? What are we calling her? So that was a nice little swap there. Black, white, blue, or black, blue, white. Let's go here. Boom. Let's see. Did we get enough? We did. So now you'll notice she sticks a bit. It's because the system is computing. We're taking 6 from you and 6 from them. And you have 30. What do we have? What do we have in our exile? We have 38 cards in exile already. Look at this. Look. How does it get 38? I always forget. X card is the amount of mana used to cast this card. Oh, yeah, because it's 13 plus the 6. So it's 13 plus 6. It's got to be, I don't know. Dude, I don't know. It's something big. It's what, 19? Yeah, it's got to be 19. So that's 19 cards. Goodness gravy. All right, so let's go Broker's Charm into my man. Let's go here. Maybe we get a black or a blue drop. No, we got something else. But that's okay. We get Meeting of the Five for free because Jaliva? You Jalover? Jalova? How do you feel about her? Jalova? Yeah, I Jalova. I don't know what we're saying. What are we saying? What are we doing? What is this? Who are you people? What are you doing in my house? All right, so we don't want to draw the cards in hand because Meeting of the Five is going to take 3 spots with free bits. I don't need a Faithbound Judge. What I do want is I want him in my graveyard so I can make a white match. So let's put him from... I'm doing my first ability, so y'all ain't tripping like, what'd you do, guys? You must success. I don't understand what you did. So I'm going to take him out, and I want Olenbach because I want him to be there. So I'm putting Faithbound Judge, yes, into my yard. I'm making a white match. I'm getting the token for 3. Now I'm going to start to get full up on all my stuff. Yeah? Then, oh yeah, I got to explain what's happening here. So now Broker's Charm just cast, so she got +1 and then attacked the dragon. I guess we're casting another one. Yeah. So I'm going to do another Meeting of the Five because she's about to attack. And that's essentially how we go. Now, Olenbach needs to get on the board, so we're going to get him on the board right now. Come on. Really? Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention Tamio is one of the 3s. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. There's so much going on in this deck. It's just, there's so much value. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's see. I'm going to do something really ridiculous. I'm going to toss my meeting. I'm going to go ahead and just, for winning now, I'm just going to go ahead and Forged by Greed. Whack. I'm going to plus it, get a freebie, toss it because I don't need it. I've got cut your losses on the board, so I'm going to go ahead and let's just go boom. We're going to convert the blues. We're going to do the thing. Because I don't want to win too quickly, I'm going to go ahead and sack her and get another cut your losses. And I'm going to show you here why in a second. Because I want to go get all the other stuff that I have on the board. So we're going to get another Jaleva. We're going to convert again. We're getting more Tamio. Scyther. It's pronounced Tamio. Tam-E-O. Oh! And then our third ultimate ability triggers. We reduce their creatures to 0 because of how many tokens are on the board. Our guys don't swing simply because I didn't want to. I held her back. I could have not killed her and swung there and been doing like 20 points of damage, 30 points of damage. My token from Faithbound Judge is doing the thing. I get to do it again. I can do it again. Oh, shoot. I love it. So I'm gonna do Forged by Greed again, because why not? We like all the things. What's crazy is I don't have a, that's another form of control if I need it. I don't have a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria's Vanguard. So we're going to go here. Red is not my match, but I like double drops for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Let's get another Jaliva. Hey, where's Soul Herder? Hey, Shuffler. How about a Soul Herder? I've been drafting and pulling all of the cards all the 3-color cards out of my deck for the 2 waves now, and I still haven't seen a Soul Herder. What the actual Franks? Come on, man. Come on, Shuffler. I'm not even demonstrating it. I'm not even demonstrating it. You want to do our third again? Just, yeah, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. Now, here's what's interesting. Galvanic actually gets stuck in your hand because you don't have another meeting of the 5 that's blank. So we got to put these guys up yonder. Put them up top and toss this one. I'm going to do another third because I'm trying to get out. There he is. There he is. Now I've got Teferi. And now I can, on the next turn, actually I can draw. Let's see if I can draft into Soul Herder. Nope, I got another Brokers. I've been pulling Brokers like crazy, and you're telling me I have Brokers. Come on, man. Come on. Give me a Soul Herder. There he is. What's up, dude? How you been? How's your father? Your mom all right? She's eating? Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right, let's go here. Blue. And then Jaliva comes out. And when Soul Herder's on the board and then Jaliva hits, he gets all the pluses and stuff, and I want you to see that. Come on, man. I got free stuff here. We're swinging. She's bigger. Now, if they had a creature on the board, well, I guess not. Savior's up to 4-2. Let's see how big we get. All right, so I've got more. I cast all of my Galvanic iterations on other Galvanic iterations. It's cats and dogs living together. Let's do cut our losses so we can actually get Soul Herder out next turn and see if I can actually win. Well, not win, but actually make the combo happen. Uh-oh, they got a token goblin. Okay, so the one thing that's lacking now is Teleportation Circle is what I used before to get rid of my stuff. But I'm going to show you a little trick here. If I want stuff from my exile onto the board, I can actually use my secondary ability, take my guy out, convert the board, Wang. I'm going to bring my stuff to the board, bring all my stuff to the yard. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that sharp short? Isn't that sassy? Isn't that better than the swift kick in the pants? And the reason I'm spotlighting, like, I'm going to toss that. We don't need it. I'm going to toss that. We don't need it. I'm going to mute those down because we don't need them, frankly. The reason I'm spotlighting this in this way is, actually, maybe I get another meeting. I won't. Is because if you have event decks, oh, there's a meeting in the 5. Look, I get to do the thing. Let me show you the thing. So this is interesting. We got to toss this. We have to toss this. Finish the thought, and then I'll go on to the second thought. So the reason I'm demonstrating this is because this is my event deck that winds up winning pretty much any objective that I want to accomplish. The only thing you have to be careful with is using Dakkon's first ability. You wind up hitting your opponent for damage. So if he's down low and you're trying to complete a last objective, be careful not to use your first ability, or you can kill your opponent accidentally and wind up skipping out on what you need. So be mindful of that. That said, what the real focus of this build is complete control. They have nothing on their side of the board. You have everything that you need. Now, two things are going to be demonstrated here in this next swap. Number one, Soul Herder's going to hit the board. Jaleva's going to come out. She's going to exile a bunch of stuff to your exile. Soul Herder's going to get bigger, so you got a nice big beefy creature there. That's demonstration number one. Demonstration number two, Galvanic Iteration is going to give half mana to Meeting of the 5. It's then going to copy Meeting of the 5 and give it full mana. I will only have 2 Meeting of the 5s in my hand. I will cast 2 Meeting of the 5s in full. I will get 3 from each one of them, and I will do all the things. Let us bear witness to the awesomeness that is this combo. So we're going to replace, I don't even need Faithbound Judge. I should have Faithbound Judge on the board. I'm not going to use Faithbound Judge on the board. So now Jaleva's hitting the board, and you can see all the exile creatures from both sides, their side and our side, and he's getting beefier. She hits the board. That makes Olenbach in a function. My second Meeting of the 5 is not going, and I don't know why. There it is. Come on, baby. I believe in you. Oh, it's Broker's Charm. I guess we're going with another Broker's Charm. Bang. And we get something for free back. Let's take, well, actually, let's take another Jaliva so that when we actually hit the, oh, actually hits the board. She has to be cast from hand, or else you don't get the benefit of the extra mana, and it's specifically worded by what it's cast. Now, at the beginning of your turn, Soul Herder's going to give you the option. Do you want to exile a creature from your side of the board? And in this case, I actually say yes. I want to do Olenbach. Now, at this stage, Savior's leaving the board. We need like a manual this thick to explain this build for all of the value it gives you. So These creatures and these cards are all mine in my exile. So I can tap every single one of them, and that's the test. If I can only tap one, then it's Soul Herder's ability to say, hey, anything here is free game, you can take it. But if it's Ollenbach that's exiling, then you have to be careful, because if I try to select multiples, and I get multiples, then I have to be sure that I have to do a secondary check. Are these all my cards? Because if they're not my cards, if they're my opponent's cards, they're going to get them on their board when Ollenbach leaves. So be mindful of that. If you didn't make sense of that, go back and watch this section again. If you get to pick one, take anything you want. If you can pick all four, make sure they're only your cards. That's the short code. These are all my cards. They all hit the board. They're all mine. Free stuff. All in the yard. Ah, shoot. I love this deck. You know what? Forge my greed. Oh my goodness. Let's do double meeting of the fives. I don't want that. I don't want that. Oh, let's see. Yep, let's do triple meeting of the fives. Let's just do it just because. Just because. The green is not an optimal swap. I don't even care. I get free stuff all day long. I get to do it as much as I want. It's the best. Control. Do. Control. Ah, shoot. I enjoy this game a little too much. I really, really do. Now, Octagon, I will say this. It's neat that my boy Soul Herder gets as big as he does. However, I'd love for token animations. I mean, if I had one wish that was granted to me, token animations and power-up counts, as slow as they go. Jaliva is interesting in the way it's programmed because it feels like the system's not exactly sure how to process it. It gets it right, but it really grinds it to a halt with that. Same with tokens. Tokens go into your overall stuff with way more complexity than I think it should. I don't know. I'm not a developer. You guys are way smarter than I am. But like this takes a long time. Way, way too long. To the point where, because I know I'm going to win now, I wouldn't actually have played that. But I will do that. Just to have some more stuff going on. I mean, it's just combos upon combos upon combos. Just win. So, if you have any part of this built, if you have any part of this, this is something that's pretty darn dynamic and powerful. I love it. I love it. It's my new go-to control deck because I can go complete objectives on just about every event, and then I have a finisher in Dakkon's third move, Dakkon, and I'm able to just dominate my opponent very, very quickly. I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you like more rotation-proof decks? I have a few of them that I've actually been testing and experimenting with. I know I haven't been putting out too many contents, but I do have several that I've been looking to build out with you as well. Also, as soon as I'm anticipating that the new cards spoilers hopefully will be out in 2 weeks. Hopefully. I have no insider information. I'm just guessing based on timing of everything. Maybe 2 weeks. If in 2 weeks that hits, I think Dakkon was delayed hitting the vault for gold. Because of that, I think they were trying to space it out. Maybe like, hey, I don't think we're going to be ready to hit at this time frame. Like it should have been out next week. I don't think that was the case, so they gave us something to chew on before they did that, I think. This is on me speculating. I have no idea. If you guys want to comment, definitely let me know. One other thing I do want to talk about, though, here. So we're in booster crafting right now, and as I mentioned beforehand, if we actually go through and choose this, you see all of these. So Kamigawa, Innistrad, Vow, Crimson Vow, Midnight Hunt. From these sets forward, from Midnight to Crimson to Kamigawa, those are staying in standard. Right now you can craft in these. Now, this is critically important to note. If you want cards from D&D, Strix, Called, and Zendikar, you better craft them now. You have a couple of weeks to keep crafting before they rotate out of standard. Because when they do rotate out of standard, you're hitting legacy, and then the only way to get them out of legacy is to go craft them out of legacy for the appropriate size. And that's like a big ocean of cards. It makes it very difficult to snipe the cards that you want. So if there are cards here that you want, you better get them. Now, you might be asking, but Mr. Ghost, what kind of card would I want from these that would be good enough to play in Legacy? Well, two cards that I think are absolute bonkers. The first one is Angel of Destiny. She is absolutely, hands down, the most powerful card in the game. The most powerful creature, I should say, in the game. Fight me. hits the board, you lose half your life. You fight me. I win games in 3 turns with her, period, and I need nothing else, right? Piggy, as great as he is, when he hits the board, Piggy and Angel together, Desolator of Provinces, or yeah, Decimator of Provinces. I think it's Desolator or Decimator. Anyway, Piggy. Piggy is super strong in every deck in Legacy. Get him. He's a beast. Him with Angel, it's stupid. It's the fastest deck I have. It's so insane. Deploy the Gatewatch, Angel of Destiny, Piggy, swing, 2-turn, win, done. Good game, GG. She hits the board, it's over. You want Angel of Destiny, go craft her. If you can craft her in Elite Packs for 400 pinks, best decision you'll make, because she will help you in Legacy events. She will help you win. Get her. Period. Get her. Next card. You already know what it is, Wizard class. If you're a newer player and you don't have Omni, actually, let me rephrase. If you're anybody in the world in Puzzle Quest and you don't have Omniscience, okay? When I say Omni, I mean Omniscience. That card is the best card in the game, period. That is the strongest card in the game, is Omniscience. Hands down, no question about it. It is ridiculous. Omniscience is epic, and the way it combos off, you just win. That's the combo build that you're facing that you just hate. That's Omniscience. Wizard class, you might hate. It'll help you win in Legacy events. So if you're a newer player and you don't yet have Wizard class, you better do whatever you can to go craft this card before it rotates into Legacy. I have one other alt account that I rarely play in. I made it a point to work that account until I crafted Wizard class. I had 16 cards that I had to craft in the uncommon level of AFR, and I got it. I was stunned and stoked, and I stopped crafting after that, because everything else I'll earn and free. That's a free-to-play account, and I have this card in all my builds, and it wins. So I could take that alt account with very limited cards, cool cards, but specific ones I've targeted and gotten, and I could play that in my top tier, top 25 coalition, and if not go flawless, go at least 95%, 90% in my events. It's a powerful card. Hate it, love it. I don't care how you feel about it. Get it. It is an important card for you to have, especially if you're a newer player. You have to have this card. And once it slips into Legacy, it's going to be almost impossible to get without spending massive amounts of resources. This card will help you win more in Legacy events. Octagon, please, for the love of all things good, do not nerf this card. This card needs to stay this powerful, because newer players gotta have something to fight against the meta in Legacy, or else Legacy is a dead format for everyone else but whales like me. It's not cool, it's not fun, but if you've got this, at least you got a chance to go win more and get some really epic cards, because there are some great cards in Legacy, but if you can't compete, you're never gonna get them. So get this card. That's it, my friends. I appreciate you. I know you could be anywhere in the world. What do you think of my new deck? Is there a rotation-proof deck you want me to help you build out? Is there something you want me to help you fix? I have all of the cards except for like 6 or 7 from standard sets right now, so I can help you build whatever it is you'd like. Comment in the sections below. Join our Discord. Put your deck. We have a whole section in there for deck fiddlers. Want to fiddle with your deck. Show me a deck pick. We'll actually go into some of the world's best players of this game are in there. They're happy to actually help you build out. Dude, our community is so amazing, Dudette. Our community is just awesome. Everybody in there is so generous. Do not hesitate to get in there and ask the dumbest questions you could possibly think of, because we're happy to help you out and help you win more so you can get the prizes you like and play this game we all love. With that said, my friends, until our next quest, whoo, DMU right around the corner, baby. I'm excited. Joda. Oh my God, please don't mess up Joda. Octagon, please don't mess up Joda. I love Joda and Paper Magic. Oh my God, he's awesome. Till our next quest, swords up.